So, as many people back in the day in 2022, I acquired a lot of highlighters. Highlighters were the thing, and I still have most highlighters that I purchased because, to be fair, I like a good highlight, but these are my high end or a bit more interesting highlighters. Let's not forget this one, which is Jeffree Star, although he blocked me on TikTok because he said he looks bored. So anyway, so I'll start from just showing my highlighters, and then if we decide to bin some of it, we will. So the first one is Lancome Le Rose highlighter. That is, look at how beautiful this packaging. And it says here that it's Le Rose highlighter crystal holographic 2020. Apparently is made in New York, which makes it a bit more special. Look how beautiful it is. I bought it because of packaging, nothing else, to be honest. Now, if we open this, it's also a rose imprint inside. And to be fair, it's kind of the whole shine is sprayed onto the highlight, and underneath that, I don't know, I don't think it's a highlighter there. It looks chalky, to be honest. So, to be honest, if not for packaging, I would have decluttered that long time ago. But I will keep it just because it looks pretty. And whatever. Second one is the ancient one. There's actually two ancient ones. It's Charlotte Tilbury Duo, which is highlight and bronze, so bronze and glow. It's called Film Star, and you can see there's a bronzer that is very good, and then the glow. Glow, to be honest, is really subtle. You actually can't see it on the skin. I don't know, it's a bougie way highlight, but it's, as you can see, quite a pretty packaging as well. I think it was a holidays release, again in 2020, and although it says that but it's 24 months, it's been beyond that, but I'm again keeping it for the packaging because it's so pretty. I don't use it ever. And then I've also got into the hype and I bought a highlighter, Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, which is quite golden color. As you can see, it's quite a bad highlighter. Again, it's not very visible on the skin. It's very light and cheap. Has cheap feel to it. As you can see, it's all scratched up now. It doesn't look as nice anymore, although it's old, but still, it's almost like they just made it quickly because highlighters were on trend back then. Everybody used highlighters of some kind. It was, that sort of thing. So I'll keep it, but I mean, it's on the last legs. Then I have Illamasqua, which is a very huge compact for the highlighter. It says here Illamask Beyond Powder Highlighter, and it's called OMG. Well, look at the size of it. If you open it, it has a, again, I think it's sprayed on highlighter, because as you can see where it's rubbed off, it's not as shiny anymore, I don't think. Although, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a huge highlighter. It will last me for ages. It will last me for ages, honestly. The thing is, I don't use it. At least it's not in my rotation at the moment. So I'll keep it for now. Next one is, do you remember Ofra? Oh God, Rodeo Drive. I have a mini for Ofra. I know all the hype was about Ofra and highlighters, and it's kind of brownish color. The Rodeo Drive, and I don't know, I mean, it's not bad. As you can see, I used it, I used it for a little bit, but it wasn't that mind-blowing, to be fair, as a lot of people were saying. I'm glad I bought a mini because, I don't know, I think it's OG, it was very popular back then. But anyway, next one I have, believe it or not, mini again. I think these were bought together. And this is a blush and glow duo, and I've used it quite a bit. I think it's really nice, both blush and highlight. As you can see, it's very much loved and used, both highlight and the blush. I still use it sometimes, but not so much the highlight anymore, but blush. I think it really complements my skin. It's a really nice shade of the blush, and it's a mini, so it's really nice. I usually take it when I travel. It's also light, but it's sturdy metal sort of case. So I think it's a good product. I really liked it. Then who remembers Becca? Becca Cosmetics is no longer exists. I think you can still get Becca products, but it's under a different brand at the moment. And this was again, like an OG. And this one I have, I think it's a Moonlight or Moonstone. I think there was a Champagne Pop and all these other popular ones, but this is the one I chose. I used it maybe a couple of times, and that was it. Again, I don't know, I mean, I wasn't a fan. So no. And the last one is a Jeffree Star Supreme Frost Hypothermia. So it's more, you don't need it much. It's quite chunky as well. But it's very nice, looks very nice on the body. And if you just put a little bit on your, cheekbones, it really looks nice and not overbearing. But you have to really use it extremely sparingly. So this will last me the lifetime, I think. And I don't know, it's just really nice, Supreme Frost type thing. I think he has the whole range, of course, of highlighters, but this is the one I've chosen. I've had it for years, and I will keep having it. So these are my highlighters. Okay, so next are my, I know people have many more of these, but these are mine blushes. So blushes, yeah, so I have quite a few actually, but these are high-end again. When I say high-end, is a bit more like a branded ones. So again, I had a Becca. Let's start from Becca products because it doesn't exist anymore. So this is a Becca blush. It's almost like blush slash highlighter, or shall I say even highlighter. It's quite strong. You have to again use it sparingly, and it is called, oh my god, if I can read it, Flower Child. It's a mini. Again, it's a mini. I take it when I travel. It's a nice sort of duo of highlight and blush. It looks really nice on the skin. And then my favorite Becca product, which obviously I'm gutted that it's no longer made, but I think I'm going to use it for a long time. It's Becca Pink Highlighter. Again, it's called Own Your Light, which is quite a cool name. And let's have a look inside. It's so pretty. This I use today, yesterday. You can see it's, you know, it's you can use it for a long time. I mean, it barely made a dent to it, and I do use it quite often. And it's like a pink highlight, very subtle, um, very subtle, and yeah, it's just a product that I always have in my drawer, which I use, you know, for my everyday makeup. So this is must have. So the next one is Estee Lauder blush that I bought, and it is this bold color, sort of mauvey. I don't know how would you describe this color. It's called Pure Color Envy Sculpting Blush. It's okay. I mean, it's not in my sort of everyday blush collection. Again, I have also YSL blush. Gosh, it's quite dirty, but so this is an interesting one because I bought it, and obviously YSL blushes are expensive, and it's a beautiful pink color, but it's pressed so hard. It's almost impossible to pick up, honestly. You know, it's really difficult to get on the brush. Yeah, so let's have a look. So if I do this, you know, look, it's just a little bit. I mean, yeah, for that reason, only for that reason, because I think it really complements my skin tone. I don't use it on day-to-day basis, although it's in my kind of everyday drawer, just sometimes when I feel like YSL. Then the other one that I use also sometimes on a day-to-day basis is Chanel. It's my only Chanel product, and it's a blush. It's in a nice pouch, and it is called Chanel 5401 Le Chains de Chanel. And again, it's with a bit of shine. So let me just open. So there's a brush inside and the protector, and there's the color. And as you can see, it has that shine to it. It's a beautiful, beautiful blush. When it suits my other makeup, it's kind of deeper color, but it looks beautiful. Honestly, this is a nice blush, which I use, and you can see it's been used and loved, obviously. So that's my Chanel only product, and to be honest, really good quality, heavy, compact, feels luxurious. It's in my drawer of makeup that I use on day-to-day basis. Then my last two blushes for the high-end cosmetics is two Charlotte Tilbury blushes. So one is that I use more. So this one is the pink one. These are like a duo blushes. I really like this tone. It's very subtle, and it's Cheek to Chic Love Glow. So that's Love Glow. Again, it's the blush that I use on day-to-day basis. This one I've used, tried, I think it's Pillow Talk, because I have Pillow Talk lipstick, so I thought I'll get Pillow Talk blush, but it's not as, I don't know, I don't particularly like this shade as much, same as lipstick, so I don't use it. I've tried, and it's in sort of my collection when I feel like I change it up a little. So these are my blushes, and from all the blushes, let me just see. So blushes on day-to-day, I use Chanel, I use Charlotte Tilbury, YSL, and Becca. And from the highlights, I use Natasha Denona Duo, which has a highlight in there, also a blush. And if I really want to use a highlight and feel a bit special, I usually use this mini, which is Ofra. But yeah, I guess, you know, my main sort of highlight is this Becca blush slash highlight. It just looks extremely, oh god, did I put nail into it? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Highly recommend. Right, time to look at my bronzers. Okay, so these are all bronzers that I have. And let's start from this huge compact of Charlotte Tilbury. Look how huge, how big it is. Now this is, look at that. You won't be able to use in a lifetime. Yeah, I bought it and I tried. It was okay. Not my favorite though, bronzer. But I guess I will never run out of this one. So no, I'm gonna put that into my collection. Then I have 4 bronzers that I use quite a bit, depending on my mood. You know, is it like a really subtle makeup, or I want a bit more? So when I want subtle makeup, okay, I use Guerlain Terracotta Light. Let me just open this. No, not Terracotta Light. I use Nude. So this is my, it's very well used. As you can see, it's used and used and used and used. And I don't think they make this anymore. Again, it's with a bit of a shine, and it's a very subtle bronzer that just makes your face look a bit nicer. So really recommended. And sometimes I use this instead. I start using it a bit more. As you can see, it's much less used. I don't think I like that pink aspect to it, but yeah, I start using it a bit more these days. And then when I need a bit more sculpted look, as they say, I use MAC bronzer. Here it is. I had it for ages. I actually bought it when I got into makeup a bit more, and it works a treat. It's medium deep, mineralize, and it's really, really good. Highly recommend. And then the other one that I bought that I thought I will like, and I did like, and as you can see, it's used when I want even more noticeable look. It's actually Dior. Dior Forever Natural Bronzer. Again, I like more natural look, so my bronzers are a bit more, oh god, a bit more natural. And although it looks deeper, as you compare with, for example, MAC. Let me just open that. So that's MAC, and that's Dior. And then they're all the same shade, isn't it? I have a preferred shade, I guess. They all look very similar, but they are slightly different as well. But I think this and this are quite similar. It's always the same. But it has a sheen to it. This doesn't, and that is slightly more sort of brownish color. So these are all going to my sort of everyday makeup. This was a, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking buying that huge compact. Okay, powder. So powders, I have only 3 powders of the sort of high end. So first I have loose powder, which is Pat McGrath, and it's okay. I mean, I realized that I'm not a fan of loose powders, actually. It is light medium again. Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. yeah, it's in my sort of, not in my everyday. And then I have these two powders that I use depending again of what I want to achieve. If I want to achieve less sort of makeup-y look, I use MAC translucent powder, compact. I realized I like compact powders more. And it is transparent finishing powder, pressed. I had it for years. I used it a lot, still full, and yeah, for natural look. And then for a bit more sculpted, I use Charlotte Tilbury powder, which you can see I hit pan, so I use it and I will repurchase it if need be. So it's Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder 1 Fair. So these are my two powders that I keep it in my drawer. All right, so now let's have a look at my foundations that I use. I actually recently decluttered my foundation, and I now have just foundations that I use, again, depending on my, what I want to achieve. One thing that I need to declutter, but I still have it, is Pat McGrath foundation. I paid a lot of money for this. Consistency is not good. It is very watery. I keep saying to myself that I will throw it away, but then I decide that I will keep it. I don't know, it doesn't smell bad, and it's still, it's heavy, it's luxurious. I keep it for the sake of keeping it, but if I won't use it for another 6 months, that will be it for this. Now, my most used, and I used it for my wedding as well, it's beautiful foundation. It's YSL foundation. I have actually two foundations, the same ones, and they are slightly different, one lighter, one darker. And I use obviously lighter during the winter time and darker during the sort of summertime, but it suits me very well. It sits on the skin beautifully. Highly recommend this foundation. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's flawless. This is go-to foundation if you want to look beautiful on your wedding day, on special occasion. Perfect. Then next one is a Studio Fix MAC foundation, but the problem is that it doesn't have a pump, and it is also good. It suits my tone, and yeah, it's a good foundation for sort of everyday use. It's full coverage. So then next one is the Il Makiage, which I'm wearing today. It's very full coverage. Very full coverage, very beautiful. I mean, this foundation is really matches my skin tone, almost identical, ideal. So, if you want something to look good, to not think about any problems with your skin, anything like that, you want to cover, it's a real, true, full coverage foundation. This one is, I repurchased actually this from Guerlain, thinking that it will be a sort of dupe for the foundation I had before. It's not the case. I don't know, I mean, it's a good foundation, but if I compare YSL to this, YSL wins. And if I don't want any foundation, but I want my skin to look beautiful, this is what I use. It's a, don't know what that is. How would you describe this? Um, yeah, it's like a primer, tinted primer. Don't know how to describe it, but it's called Wonder Glow, and it says Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. Beauty Glow Primer. Well, this is the thing, honestly. It makes your skin to look beautiful. And if you don't want to wear any makeup at all, um, this will make it look good. Your face will look young and flawless, and this with a bit of concealer will do the trick. So I have it always. As you can see, it's used, and I don't like to use full face of makeup all the time. I have my sort of selection of go-to foundations. At the moment I'm using this more often because it's a new I'm trying it out, and I also have this in my drawer as an option when I don't want to put makeup on as much. Yeah, so this is what it is. So now I'll put it in a storage. Right, now let's talk about concealers. Okay, and I have four. Oh, sorry. Let's talk about concealers. Let's talk about four that I own. And I think concealers are very, very, very important to have a good quality concealers. So my cheap one is NYX. Really nice, works very well, affordable, and yeah, kind of day to day when I just need to cover up. It's not very full coverage, but it works. I also have YSL, which I need to repurchase, to be honest. Touche Eclat Radiant Touch YSL, and it's kind of it makes places under your eyes radiant. It's not the actual, it has like a wand, but honestly, it does make your face look so beautiful and reflect the light in the right places. And yeah, I use it when I use it with my foundation, and I want to make sure that I have this as a backup repurchased, because the companies, they stop making good products for some reason. And then I have obviously Tarte Shape Tape. I bought it and it is a bit too light for me, but I make it work when I put some powder on or bronzer on, and it just makes it work. But I need to repurchase that on a slightly deeper shade, and once I've done that, I can bin this. And it works, full coverage, covers it all, really good. Like it's no wonder it's OG of this kind of stuff. Amazing. And then I also bought a Garlon, so to do with foundation. I have God, it's too heavy. The bottle is too heavy. I bought a concealer as well, which is part of this foundation, and it's very good. It's very good. I enjoy it. I enjoy using it. It's good quality. So I actually use them all, so they're all in my sort of day-to-day drawer. And not to mention one other thing that is also a foundation, by the way, and sometimes I do use it, and it is a double wear natural suede foundation by Estee Lauder, and Yeah, that's the foundation. Here underneath is the cushion. Used, as you can see, it's been used and used and used. And yeah, it looks good on my skin. It's a bit drying though. It's a bit drying, but it's an option. Also very good. I don't regret purchasing it. I think it's good. Right, so now what I can show you is my Dior set that I got for Christmas. And I think that will be it for today. So I got this beautiful pouch, and in it was 3 products. So one is a serum. The second is, oh, beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful, and it is a like a, I don't know how to describe it. Lip gloss? Not lip gloss. Balm. Yeah, that's more like it. Balm. Smells really nice. And with that, look how beautiful. I like Dior products, they're so beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. And then lip gloss, which is a plumping lip gloss that actually hurts my lips. But anyway, I got some mascara as well, which I haven't tried actually. Let's have a look. Jesus. Let's have a look. It's an interesting wand. Not bad. So, let's have a look on my face. So I did a like a makeup look for today. So for my eyeshadows, oh, that's nice. Hold on. Yeah, so my eyeshadows, I used Jeffree Star Alien palette. This is my go-to palette. It's old, but come on. All of these colors is amaze balls. Quality of shadows. Look at that. It's I don't know why he discontinued this. This is probably the best. Then I used Il Makiage foundation. Then I used concealer, concealer. I used the powder. Where is the powders? Where is the powders? Where is the powder? Where is it? Where is it? Ah. Then I used this powder. Then I used a this lovely blush highlighter. Then I also used some of this blush, Becca. And then I used some of this highlighter just a little bit in the right places of my face. Yeah, it's and then for the lipstick, I used, where is it? It's a lip gloss, very affordable, by Elf. I think it looks good. And then I didn't use any eyeliners or any brow products, but this, I could have used this one, which is like a clear brow gel. But I don't like in clear gels that it becomes a bit cloudy very quickly. I don't think it will be sort of used for long. It only lasts, you know, it's kind of have a reduced shelf life. And then, you know, what else did I use? Oh, bronzer. Bronzer, I think I used this time, I used Dior bronzer. So this is my final look. I think it looks good. I didn't use any like eyelash or eyeliner. But yeah, I'm gonna use Dior. Let's see what happens. Thank you for watching.